Hi friends, we're going to be working on a fun project today, and all we need are 3 ingredients. We're going to be making kinetic sand, and we need sand, cornstarch or flour, and oil. 2 of these things we can find in the kitchen. Cornstarch and oil. Where do you find the sand? Yes, the beach. Yes, good job. Okay, so we are going to need 5 scoops of sand. I have my bowl already, and I have my scoop. I'm using a 1/2 cup scoop, but you can use a little bigger, a little smaller, depends how much sand you want to make. Okay, so we're going to count. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, and in there, 5. Good job. You count to 5 with me? I hope so. Now we're going to need 3 scoops of cornstarch or flour. Count with me again, okay? In here, this is the first one. 1, 2, it out a little bit, so now I have to get here, and 3. You see that? Coming together. Okay. You see the colors? Right? What color was the sand? Let me push this down. Sand was brown. Yes. And the cornstarch? White. So now we have all that together. Didn't I say 3 ingredients? We're missing one. We can't forget the oil. What do you think is going to happen when we put the oil in? Yeah, it's going to make it wet, right? Is it going to help us mix it a little better? Yeah. Okay, so how many scoops? 1 scoop of oil. So we're going to pour this in. Okay. You have a spoon? Mixing everything together. See that? Mix it really good. Try to keep it in the bowl. This can get messy. You see how everything's mixing nicely together? If you don't think it's staying together or mixing well, you could always put a little tiny bit more oil in. And if it's too wet, you could put a little bit more sand or cornstarch in. Mix good. Okay, you know what? I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to mix with my hands. First of all, that's a lot of fun. Second of all, I want to see how it feels. And by that I mean, I want to see if it's starting to stick together a little bit so that it makes like a little ball, and then I can crumble it. And I want to feel that texture. How's your sand coming? Do you feel it? How does it feel to you? I think I'm going to add just a tiny bit more oil in mine. I think it's a little bit dry, and that's okay. Like I said, if you have to add a little bit more, you can add a little bit more of an ingredient because we want this to be a mixture that sticks together a little bit. And I think it's coming out pretty good now. We don't want it to be too dry, right? Okay. Are you able to make it into a ball? Look, great. I think that feels awesome. Okay, now I have a pan and I'm going to put sand on the pan. Good. Oops, some of it stuck to the bottom of the bowl. So take it out. It's a little bumpy. That's the way it's supposed to be. Okay, now can you see that? Now, what can we do with this sand? Now that we have it here on the pan, what do you think we can do? Yeah, I can mold it into something to play with, like a mountain. Look at that. See how that is? And now that we put all those ingredients in, the sand's not falling all over very dry. Like this sand is kind of dry and it's just falling. This I can mold and I can make stuff. So there's my mountain. What can I do with that? I can take my car and I could drive to the top of the mountain and then I can roll off. I can take my pickup truck and I can put some sand in there, drive away with it. Oh, and I can dump it back in. Let's see what else I can do. Now I'm going to make two separate piles. Over here, a small one. Over here, maybe a little flatter one. And this one's a little bigger. And guess what else I can do now? Okay, we're going to watch. This is going to be a lot of fun. I can take my dinosaur. Look, my dinosaur can leave his footprint in the sand. And he can stomp right through it and he can break my mountains. Huh. Thank you, dinosaur. Thank you for your help. You know what else I can make? I can do a little road. I'm going to make a spot in the middle of my pan and I'm going to put my sand on the side. And I'm going to take my cars and I can drive through and make like a street. You know what we use sand for in everyday life? It's not just at the beach and playing and making sandcastles. We can use sand in construction to make buildings, to help make cement and concrete, and we can use it in the ground. We can use it as a barrier to stop water from flowing. We can put it in bags, sandbags, and we can stop the water from coming to destroy a house or our cars. Sand is very helpful. Helps us in everyday life, but it's also a lot of fun. So I hope you guys had a good time. I did. And don't forget to clean up. That sand gets all over the place and we have to wash our hands and we have to help mommy and daddy and the adults in your house clean this up, okay? All right, I hope you guys had fun. I did. Dinosaur did. And I'll be back soon. Bye.